Teresa Ornelas here at the Paradox Parlor in Antigua with excellent advice for your business startup. If you're looking to grow your business or start something completely new, maybe you're a new entrepreneur or you have a business that you're trying to save before the end of the year. Otherwise, you have to close your doors on January 1st. And I don't know about you, but I don't like the sound of that. So let's figure out what exactly you need to do right now and for the next 90 days or so, actually less than that, basically less than 3 months before New Year's Day. So let's give it all you've got. What have you got to lose? You've probably got a lot to lose. You already probably feel like you're at the very bottom of what you are ready to bounce up from, let's just say that. And I'm going to put together some programs to help you. A lot of the programs are going to be free to start with the option of subscriptions or different types of customized plans that I can help you with even more so. But the free stuff is going to give you very good information that you can put to use right now. It just is not going to give you the handheld private experience that you would get one-on-one or in small private group coaching with me. So let's get right into it. I am going to help you figure out today how to launch an idea, because I've got these hot pink papers over here that I've created that are going to come together in my next online course, which I guess you could say what I'm going to share with you is going to help you reverse engineer what I've done, which is reverse engineer what other successful people have done to create their courses. So imagine that you don't have a course. Maybe you just have a product. Maybe you sell services online or in person. Maybe you have a business where you are a restaurant. Maybe you're doing artistry and you want to sell or teach. This information will be applicable to all of you. And the reason I know it is because I obtained a lot of this information from multiple sources, such as the Santa Clara LEA for vocational teacher credentialing through California's Santa Clara State University with Susan and Lee Clark. I've gone through so many different books, audio books on learning how to put together games and design, how to organize businesses so that they run efficiently and that the operations can become scalable. I've gone through so much information and I condensed only the best parts and took that information and made these sheets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets, and they are filled with lines, and literally I just tell you exactly what you need to know about and you fill in the blank. It can't get any easier on how to create basically a business plan. And it's super specific, so that you could be anybody who doesn't have a clue or who has too many clues and has no way of organizing it, and this is going to help you. So the other thing that this is going to help you with is also I'm going to help you figure out how to cover when you're in doubt and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to launch. You don't know when to launch. You don't know if people are going to like it. You don't know if it's a waste of your time. Well, this is going to help you get over doubt and how to get through it without actually just wasting time. We're going to gain valuable insights from people that are going to help you and you don't even know who they are. And I'm going to tell you how to do this. In addition to that, we're going to take a look at how do we describe the color of our activities? What is the tone, the personality, the feeling, the experience that we're trying to create? Why do you do what you do, and why should someone want what you do? Okay? Yes, indeedy, that's where we're going to go. So, what order to cover these 3 topics in? Let me think. This one, the pink one, is a lot of information, and I think that is too much. I think that if you don't even know what you're trying to do, you can't fill out the pink papers. I mean, you've got to have a clue, a slight clue, right? this one over here, again, if you have no clue about what you are doing, who you are, who you're trying to reach, this is, again, this is all too much again. So you're gonna have to wait on those. So we'll start right here. We will start right here. And we're gonna begin by closing our eyes and just trying to fixate on what it is we want to create before January 1st, 2021. Just close your eyes really tight and just whatever you feel right now about all your anger and frustration and how you're sick of it, and the opposite of it. What is it that you actually want, that you linger for? And just squeeze your eyes tight. I don't care if you think that they're gonna water. Maybe they will or they won't. It's just perspiration from your brain coming out, trying to make you do something that you know you want that you can't do. For some reason, you're so freaking stuck, and we're gonna unstick you right now. So whatever that feeling is, that's going to motivate you, and you need to hang on to that, because when times get tough, and they will, you just go squeeze your eyes real tight and get that brain juice flowing right out your eyelids and make you remember why you need to change so much right now so that you never feel this negative feeling that's just heavy on you. We're going to let it go. We're going to let it melt right through our toes and drip out our fingers. You're going to take a deep breath in and let it melt right out. You breathe in, blow it out. And you are going to feel a little bit lighter, and you're going to feel like maybe you have the chance right now that this crazy woman in front of you could teach you enough about how to understand business from a totally different point of view that you've never heard of. So imagine what it is like when you get a survey thrown in your face on a pop-up and you're just like, ugh, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't want a survey. Who wants to do surveys? There's a waste of my time and there's about 100 clickbaits on it. But what if you got something on your email and you open your eyes and you see your computer in front of you, and it's like, oh, click here now, give us your feedback, and you could get instant free shipping and also a huge discount on these orders. You're also even going to get a free item just for stopping by. You don't even have to buy anything. What about, you're also auto-entered into a contest to win, you know, our monthly XYZ prize of maybe a $500 gift certificate to their store, or maybe free coaching online, or you're gonna get like a free book sent to you, or something's gonna happen, right? How do you feel about the two? First survey pop-up, The next one was like, cool, all these free gifts. All you want is my feedback. So that's what we're gonna reverse engineer, based around your idea of what you want to launch out into the world to help someone, because it's going to help you and why you're motivated and who's motivating you, why you do what you do. So for example, you might get a little stressed out again because it's getting a little into what we have to work on, but just to get through this problem of having no clients and having no leads, or you're just losing clients and you don't understand why they don't come back, let's get through that problem first, okay? We'll get through this, and I know you might be freaking out about, well, what if I get too many clients, or what if I get successful and I just mess it up, like I can't handle that. That's okay. That's totally legit fear, concern, issue, worry, however you want to phrase it. You can handle it. You just need to slow down and deal with one problem at a time in order, because certain things that you're going to stress about, you're making up things that haven't even happened yet. Maybe you will be there, maybe you won't. Maybe the person that you are, by the time that we get through this short session and the next several sessions, the next few weeks and months, maybe that person that you are right now isn't the person you're about to be. So however far back your arrow has come, you can't shoot an arrow forward and become the person you're meant to be until you've pulled all the way back. And you don't think you can go any further. You're at the bottom. But hold on, because when you let go and you believe, who knows how long it'll take, but you will get there. And when you do, you can look back and know that it was worth everything you went through. So, you dedicate yourself right now, when in doubt, to a public survey. But we're gonna make it fun. We're gonna make your surveys and your inquisition, your questionnaires, I need public help, I need to get feedback from strangers, I need to get feedback from not the people who I know and love, who love me but don't understand me. We need it from specific people who have a very specific interest in what you have to offer and in your knowledge skill set, or in what you create, okay? And I will help you understand what that is and how to identify it and those people. But just for now, we're starting with, know that you do need surveys when you are in doubt. You need surveys of people because their feedback is going to give you direction, and you just, it's like a breadcrumb trail. You just follow what they are saying, and based on what they're saying and what you learn and know, you can find where they are, okay? They've left you a trail. Imagine you're in a dark forest and you can't find the light out. Where's the moon, the sun? Where's daytime? Where's nighttime? Leave a breadcrumb trail and let someone come find you. And you are that someone to find those someones who need your help. So, a little crazy survey. Your survey has to be built in such a way that the way for people to get to your survey is easy. It has to be super easy for them to get to your survey. Next, it has to be consistent. It has to have a wow factor. Your survey site or the way you approach people, you know, can't be just like, I guess, hello, I'd like to ask you a few questions today. Do you have 5 minutes? No, nobody's gonna want to talk to you. So we're not doing any of that. We're not doing any public speaking surveys. No, and we're not cold calling people. No. I'm choking on that, just thinking, aren't you? Who wants to cold call people? Or walk up to people? I've done it, have you? How does it happen to you? We have to deal with someone. Oh no, they're coming, don't look, they're here. Right? We're not gonna put anyone in that position. There's a better way. We're talking about, after that happens, what do you do with all this information? If you're lucky enough, and you will be, lucky enough to get people to go through your survey, how do you keep it organized? All that information on all those new contacts, those new leads, those are people. We don't want to be flaky or seen as flaky because we are overwhelmed. We don't want to be seen as someone who continues to drop the ball because we are socially anxious. We're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I can't do this. I can't do this. I want to do this so bad, but I can't do this. So I won't. I got them, but I can't keep it up. It's too much, right? We're going to come up with a system, a way to overcome and to reset. Because while these feelings might, the self-sabotage will always be there. Hopefully it goes away. It lessens, right? And maybe one day it goes completely away. Or maybe it's just less often. Maybe your roller coaster ride through life becomes like smoother and not so chaotic, right? We just want to chill through life. And when we have this crap coming to us, we can still like ride it because we know the pattern and how it's going to come back through again. So we're going to cover how to go through that organization and automation and make it like not so crazy. And then once you have all this information and it's organized, what do you actually do with it, right? How are you going to follow up with the information? How do you make the process of communicating less awkward? Well, I am super awkward. My nickname growing up was Weirdo, and I have just like got the worst anxiety of dealing with groups of people and building relationships. I love being on stage. It's weird. Small groups and interpersonal relationships is weird. I love deep conversations, but it's hard for me to maintain that past day one. I don't know why. Just fear building relationships, probably. We're working on that. Everyone has an issue. And if you can remember that everyone has an issue, we just might not know what their issue is, what their fears are, but that everyone feels vulnerable in some way, and that is going to be your way to remind yourself to show kindness when people aren't necessarily showing kindness to you. Just remember that sometimes the opposite emotion that you're receiving from someone comes from a totally different place that they don't even understand. So we're going to make sure that as we go through the process of maintaining, organizing, scaling our own selves, that a lot of this alternative energy healing is going to come through as well, because without it, we will fall apart. It's not even like an option. It has to be maintained. There has to be a balance. So if you don't like it, that's okay. If you like it, awesome. Alrighty. I was going to rhyme that even more, but I don't want to be extra weird yet. So finally, we're going to make sure that to ensure our ability to not feel like overwhelmed and frustration is like making us feel like a freak out, we're going to run our surveys, our communications on a very specific timeline. And the timeline is going to help you with being able to make sure that there's an end date, so that your metrics and your data that you're bringing in, you can be like, okay, yeah, things are working, things aren't working. If you're running any specific type of giveaway campaign with this, you need to have certain disclaimers in place to make sure that you're covered and that you don't lose your butt financially if you're giving stuff away that is material, right? So careful on shipping and handling and the cost of goods. Or if it's all digital and there's no loss to you, but what if it takes off way, way big and you get like 1,000 people and you're just running on yourself and you don't have any idea on how to organize this? You could be feeling very overwhelmed and have 1,000 disappointed people. We don't want to go in that direction. So even if that does happen, there are ways that you can get the help that you need. It's just you're going to have to learn how to handle scale quickly and how to identify these other virtual assistants and how to figure out how to monetize that list of 1,000 people that you're aiming to grow toward, or whatever your number is. Because basically, from what we're going toward is to be profitable, to be helpful, to be kind, and to be able to help others in their own manner. So when we look at this end date, you're going to be able to also, from the information that comes in on that end date, it gives you an appropriate timeline to begin your next sequence, your fourth step, which is going to be your follow-up. And ideally, the follow-up is going to include the information that you obtain through the survey results and through also follow-ups through engagements during your automation and your drip sequence, which we were going to handle, but that's a whole other topic. So again, we're going through each step real quick right here, and then as you want to know more about each step in depth, you will need to go through the goal planning course, where actually I'm going to have the day planner workbook where you will be able to fill in the information. You're going to have my PDFs, all that's going to be going into it. Right now, I'm giving you just like the structure that you need to know about, and if you can figure it out on your own, awesome. If you need more help, then we have other plans that can get you where you need to be. I stutter and get tongue-tied sometimes, so we're gonna keep going. Once we've got that information from the surveys, and we've cued in our mind what the next appropriate action is going to be based on the received surveys, based on also our live engagement that we did. Maybe we followed up with people after the survey through social media, we did some emails, maybe we did phone calls. I'm not sure what your plan is going to be, but any information you obtain from that is then all going to be put into this info pool that is going to be yours that is going to help you determine your actual sales process. So from that information, you can find out what people like, find out what they don't like. Really, you want to know what things they don't like, what companies they're disappointed with, what things that they like that they changed, and then discover what it is in your business or what you want to create that you should model your behaviors, your business, yourself after, so that then when you present your product, your service, your offering, it's already familiar to people. It's already like in their head that like maybe they won't recognize why it's so familiar, but the consistency and the level of quality and the care to your service, it will be there. And that's what will be familiar to people when they think of where they want to go out to eat or get coffee. They go to some place like Starbucks or Pete's or somewhere where they know a certain quality exists. And they see it by certain cueing factors in the marketing. And so you want to be able to tag onto those certain cueing factors within your own marketing and offers and surveys and feedback and sequence follow-ups. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of lengthy, so the other two steps that I was referring to, I'm going to have to put these in another video. I just think it's going to be too much. So if you want to know more about how to work with your branding, your colors, and the personality of yourself, your clients, and your products, and then separately how to finally start putting it together into something documented and scalable, those are going to be upcoming videos. So stay tuned for parts 2 and 3. I'm Teresa Ornelas at the Paradox Parlor, and this is your incubation studio to reach the highest form you can in your personal and professional self. Thank you for joining me.